Hello and welcome to the top 5 best early access indie games for April 2018. It has been a great month for indies in April, and on the early access front, we have a couple of pretty ambitious games that are worth checking out, including some of these quick picks. MAELSTROM is a naval combat game in a fantasy setting with orcs, dwarves, and sea monsters, with elements from both MOBAs and Battle Royale games. Terror Rhythm is a rhythm game crossed with a beat-em-up, which reminds me a lot of One Finger Death Punch, set in a cyberpunk totalitarian state. The previously covered Double Kick Heroes is an awesome hit-banging rhythm game crossed with a horizontal shooter featuring fantastic original tracks which pay tribute to metal. And finally, It Lurks Below can be described as one part Terraria and one part Diablo, and it will be no surprise that it is being developed by David Brevik, one of the leads behind iconic gaming series Diablo. The ARPG loot treadmill is present, as is survival game elements like hunger, crafting, and base building. Moving on, here are the top 5 best early access indie games for April 2018. Number 5. Double Turn. An arcade pro wrestling brawler for up to 4 players, Double Turn looks to capture some of the fast-paced fun that current wrestling games are lacking. Utilizing gorgeous pixel art, the game is currently fully playable with 4 characters, 5 stages, 3 versus modes, and 2 solo modes, with a planned early access period of a couple of months. The developers plan to add more match types, better online modes, and a solo mode where you can manage a wrestling promotion, which should be pretty fun. I'm a little concerned about the number of characters, but we have to wait and see on that. Number 4. Cliff Empire. This is a city building game with a very unique and beautiful art style, taking place in a world devastated by nuclear war. As a result, cities have to be built on cliffs 300 meters above the earth, where the unique hook is that you have to develop several cities simultaneously and to link them together. The basic systems of the game are in place, but the developers are planning to expand upon some of them, such as tourism and medicine, as well as more content in the form of new types of goods, buildings, etc., with a planned early access period of 6 months. Number 3. Secret Stones. A game which can be described as a cross between Cave Story and something like Titan Souls or Fury, Secret Stones is a 2D boss rush which is really difficult. I've gotten hands-on with this game, so look for more details in an upcoming video, but I simply love the boss designs and the challenge here. There are currently 4 weapon types and 20 bosses, with early access only planned for 2 months, with the main reason of tweaking boss difficulty. Number 2. Aura of Worlds. A roguelike platformer with an element of creativity to it, Aura of Worlds looks to be an interesting take in the genre, since there is an element of freedom to it. There is procedural generation of levels, randomized loadouts, melee and ranged weapons, and even grappling hooks and boomerangs. Hazards like toxic gas or lava do also affect enemies, and you can use these to your advantage. The store page cites a chest at the end of a lava pit as a possible scenario, where your options include swinging to it via the grappling hook, bending time to bounce off enemy heads, using a boomerang to fetch the item, and even blowing up the lava pit with a grenade, causing all nearby objects to catch on fire. The developers plan to add more areas, creative abilities, items, enemies, traps, bosses, cosmetic unlocks, and a daily challenge mode, but the current version has been well received. Number 1. Fort Triumph. A game which can be reductively described as Fantasy XCOM takes the number 1 spot, since it packs the same turn-based tactical gameplay that gamers have come to know and love, but adds in a touch of environmental interaction, since you can do things like setting trees and enemies on fire with a fireball, using a grappling hook to pull stone columns down on enemies, and kicking enemies into pits and the like. There's even a Heroes of Might and Magic style overworld map, and the developers plan to add more campaigns, characters, skills, enemies, environments, and hero customization, but from what I have played thus far, the basic tactical action is fantastic. So these are the top 5 best early access indie games for April 2018. As always, thank you for watching, please subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, follow my Steam curator, and check out the subreddit to keep up with the best indie games, and I will see you in the next video.